Good evening everyone, my name is Paul and today we're going to play Biomutant. This is a game developed by Experiment 101 and published by THQ Nordic. It is currently available on Xbox One, PS4 and on Steam, I believe, in terms of PC gaming. I've already played a little bit of this game, but I'm basically in my first impressions of it. However, I do want to show you the character creator. So this is a sort of a post-apocalyptic RPG fable, essentially, where you play as these sort of highly intelligent marsupials, or well, I don't know what their scientific term is, but basically these sorts of characters.
DNA.
And basically, I believe humanity went extinct because of like a sort of like contamination due to like greediness of companies, and you know, the usual stuff that revolves around the whole post-apocalyptic setting. And apparently creatures just became really intelligent, and we're playing as this primal, or any of these really. And this game is heavily influenced in Japanese culture as well, in terms of the combat, because not only can your character run around in third person with guns or swords, they also know something called wung-fu, which is the equivalent of just the martial arts that everyone knows, that is kung fu.
Define your genetic structure.
This is basically just a character creator where I really like how it's just a round genetic code, and you can just share them. As you can see, those codes, you can just input them. I already have my character, so I just want to show you how these sliders, if you can call them that, affect the character.
Choose your first style.
Not gonna lie, the colors being in a circular one is kind of weird, but
Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class.
right. This is what I wanted to show you. There's
Commando.
5 different classes.
Deadeye. Commando. Psy-freak. Saboteur. Sentinel.
I'm currently in my playthrough. I'm playing as a Psy-freak, just because this is sort of like a hack and slash game, but I wanted to play it in a different way where I could just cast more abilities rather than just mash the attack button.
Define your genetic structure. And
now let me show you the actual playthrough that I'm on. So the plot in this game is quite strange. It's not very, like, don't get me wrong, I really like the presentation on this game. The art style and the lighting, the colors, the characters, it's just very well made from my first impressions of just playing on my very humble save file. I do have some opinions about the combat though, but we'll get to them in a little bit. And in terms of the story, I feel like it's the typical Fable kind of inspired story. The loading times are not great. I am playing on a current, the OG PS4, but I'm playing on an SSD, so I don't know.
Are you scared
if that gives
yet?
you a sort
It's
of idea.
getting dark.
Right. So we got a map, right? And we got checkpoints or banners that we can just find, and then we can just fast travel to them. We got... This is my character. I went with full Cyphic, and I'm leveling up intellect as much as I can, just because I want to be a glass cannon. We have mutations, which are basically your abilities. You gain this currency called bile. You get them from specific like insect creatures, and you just find them in occasionally. So you use them to earn all these fun abilities, and then keybind them on your regular inputs, where you would have to hold L2 and then one of either X, square, triangle, or circle, and you can just place them wherever you want. But the thing is, look at all these abilities, right? There's quite a few. There's 8, but you can only use 4 at a time. Now I have tried trying to combine them, see if there's like some elemental reactions, and I haven't found anything too crazy yet. There's a good and evil alignment sort of thing, because in this story basically there's a tree of life that you help sprout, and as time passed it just grew all over this whatever place this is in this post-future. And now there's different factions, but mainly there's 2. One that's sort of evil, kinda, and one that's objectively or subjectively good. And you just choose which one you want to help fight the cause. And basically one wants to destroy creatures that are they want to kill the creatures that want to destroy the Tree of Life. So they're essentially the good guys, maybe. And the other ones just don't really care. In a way. The wung-fu is the kung fu aspect that I was telling you about. We got close combat. We still got a lot of upgrade. We need dog tags to unlock most of these. In some scenarios you unlock new weapons and they just straight up give you all the inputs without having to spend any resources. Let's see if I can find it. Basic melee is just like your regular wung-fu. You also have range combat, obviously, with guns. I haven't seen any bows or the sword, like string-based weaponry yet. We got our supers. Now that looks pretty cool on the preview, right? With all the slow motion and everything. That's a gauntlet that we recently got. Quite a fan of it, actually. We got our general stuff to unlock. That gives us just passives or things that we can input a sequence and activate. And since I chose Cyphic, I got only 5 different bonuses for that, which is a little bit underwhelming, but it's fine. Last thing I want to show you is, obviously, when you run around you pick up stuff, you get consumables for healing and whatnot, and you get materials to craft gear.
You look civilized.
Now you can go with back, shoulders, torso, legs, and arms, main hands and offhand. But we still need a ton of materials to create more finicky stuff. This is all very, also, I want to say steampunkish, kind of. But these creatures are basically living off of what humans left on the planet. So there's a lot of, like, the gear is very revolved around basically just trash that they reinvent as armor and weaponry. You can make loadouts for your outfits, which is pretty cool. I believe did I get it? Huh. When you find these sorts of armor pieces that are already crafted, you can just immediately choose to equip them. The automaton is basically a robot companion that follows you because it knows your DNA, apparently. But it's pretty cool. It gives you a little quality of life tools. Now, some people might say, "Oh, this is sort of like this looks like a collectathon, like not Crash Bandicoot, like Banjo and Kazooie or Ratchet and Clank." But it's not that much into that. It's more combat based. Bioblob container. Oh, okay. So when I mentioned that you can get those bio points from some insects, but apparently you can find them off of those containers as well. This is what I was telling you about outfits. You can just straight up equip
You
them
look great.
off the bat.
You could put that to good use.
As for ranged weapons, I only have the regular pew-pews. Melee, I got the regular wung-fu with electricity. And I recently got the fist, which I'm quite a fan of. Now let's see if we can...
Mercadorpa's
this game is very
outpost,
pretty.
a Jagni tribe stronghold.
Hello.
Says it's time to set the outpost free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make your way through to the rival captain.
Is it really freedom?
Freedom.
Oh.
Here's the first line of defense.
Right now we're attacking the other faction, the sort of kinda evil people. Let's see. Whack him, whack him. You can use the slow motion cameras to your advantage to line up your next moves. Now, in terms of enemies, you don't necessarily only fight enemies like you. There's also like big bosses.
That's a bomb lobber.
Ooh. Oh, we gotta do something like that. Okay. Can we break this? Okay, I think we need to deflect. I'm not sure. Oh, jeez. Oh, you did.
Wrecked it.
That is actually pretty cool.
That twirly wheel works that drain pipe.
There's also these basic puzzles around the map. They're not too complicated.
Spin the twirly wheel and open that drain.
The only problem
Just a
is
few moves left. Make them count.
I kind of always
Didn't line them up
forget
just right.
which one of the triggers.
Spin the twirly
Makes it-
wheel and open that drain.
Okay, so obviously we need this one white. We need just to align the colors, basically. It's just sometimes I forget which
Everything's
direction
clocking together.
it rotates towards. terms of swimming, our character can't really swim that well. You lose your key energy, which is the blue bar up the top left, and if it completely
with enough keys, you
drains, well,
keep
your
going.
character drowns. You gotta restart.
That cage is holding a helper.
Okay. We gotta help him. Gotta reload. Now you can't parry them. I wanna show you. Oh. Knock him behind the head. Come on, hit me. Oh, not you. There we go. I am a big fan of the giant fist. It is quite convenient. But I'll show you some gameplay with the regular ones. Alright, we gotta save this person.
They never lost hope you'd come, but weren't sure if they'd last long enough to see it. Says the tribe's been hard on them. Wants revenge on those who caged them, but trust you'll take care of it.
Oh, we got some good points. Wonder if we'll get bad points for looting. Let's see. It's really interesting how they made this, how the world building is in this game, seeing how everything is just basically adapted technology from humans. Alright, we got a new... Oh my. Okay, let's use that. Okay. That should be interesting.
A sharpshooter. The scaffolding looks unstable.
Gee, I wonder what I have to do. Like I
Better
mentioned,
stay
this game
clear
is
of
not
the red ray.
very complex.
Here's the second line of
It's
defense.
fairly simple, and it's sort of like the usual hack and slash. I still feel like it's pretty charming in a way. If I can.
Red means danger.
I don't think I can shoot that down. That's really nice. Ow. Oof, okay, back to the punchy. The big punchy. Once you your combo, jeez. Once you make a full combo, you can make one of your special moves. There's 3 different tiers of special moves. You gotta go back to the ability sequence, the input sequence, to actually know how to do them. Oh, parry. Okay, we need to heal up. I don't think he's taking any damage. I wonder if we still need to... Oh, we need to make a charge.
Timber.
There we go.
Bet a big bump will bring it down.
Come on.
Switched off the light.
Oh, there we go.
A barrel shoot. Smack it to get a barrel out of it. Then hit it toward the gate and blast it.
Okay.
That looks splody. Shoot it and watch it glow. Not too close, though. It's complicated. Give it another try.
Oh, I guess we gotta push it a little bit further. Okay. I would like to
Kaboom! You're in.
aim and
Almost
then shoot.
there.
But there's no aim. If you try to press L2, it just opens up the abilities. That's okay.
The outpost belongs to your tribe now.
Alright. Since we chose
He
this
says you made
allegiance,
them weaker, but they won't give up.
we're basically
Your
just slowly
Sifu thanks
conquering
you.
them.
Your tribe is growing stronger.
But we're conquering them in a not necessarily peaceful way. We're just forcing them to comply, which I don't know if it's too different from what they would do. Like, I know these are the good guys, but I kind of would have wanted to choose the other faction just because they look like samurais. Oh, that's pretty nifty. Each tribe has its own tribal weapon. Oh, right, I forgot you can also craft weapons. I'll show that in a second. You're now allied with a tribe.
Says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You've earned the privilege of carrying the tribe's weapon.
Now where would
Figures the honor belongs to the tribe, too. Out of Date says he's doing his best to keep up, but from what he can tell, it seems you're making progress with the tribe conflict. He had a feeling you'd get along with the Myriad tribe, but it remains to be seen what the future holds for your alliance. You seem to share the same values as the Myriad tribe. You both have the same optimistic outlook on life. At least, for now. That doesn't sound
This
good.
game is very
Out
pretty.
of Date's forebodings are justified. The jumbo puff needs to be taken care of.
In a weird post-apocalyptic perspective.
He says the time has come to confront the jumbo puff at the end of the west route. Gizmo is working on making his Mekton strong enough to endure the oxygen-deprived dead zone all the way out to the World Eater. You should get over there and see what you can do to help.
So, alright. So here's the thing. In terms of... Wait, let me use this first. Oh, that is cool. So in terms of the story, obviously the main quest does feel kind of linear. I mean, they basically always tell you where to go, and you just
Take a
slowly
moment
but surely
to absorb the day.
move towards the map. However, I have encountered that you can go off the path and do side quests. So there is some freedom of exploration. Oh, this is very pretty. They turned this into a garden. That is very convenient. In terms of the character voices, I sort of like that they give gibberish to each one of them, and then there's a narrator on top. But I don't know. I guess that's just the way they handled it. It's probably cheaper too than to hire a bunch of voice actors to do full voice lines instead of just doing gibberish. Right. So, let's see.
Let's see.
We have to go... Actually, we have sort of like 3 major places to go.
Let's see.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let's go visit Gizmo. Can I not fast travel? I thought I could. Anyway, let's just run there real quick and show the scenery for a while. I'm not sure if this would qualify as open world. I would want to say it is. But yeah, close. Let me just deal with these guys, so let's save these people. Oh, man.
You're empty of ki.
Oh, there's another guy back here. Hit him with the boomerang. Get inside. Alright, who's left? Ooh, went too far. Alright, you're all free, I suppose. Oh. Oh, wait. So this is the alignment. I could either do something horrible or free him. I'm always a fan of this sort of alignment chart in video games. Ever since Fable or Star Wars Knights of the Republic, it brings a lot of replayability to the game. Cool. Ooh, what is this?
That's a gnote. Easy prey for Loopa-Loopin. For everyone else, they're a perfect mount and easily tamed if they are kept fed.
You need... what? Cocoa Pip? Huh. I forgot that's one of the major key components of the game. There are, in fact, mounts, and I am all in for that. I wonder if there's flying mounts too. How do I do this? I actually am not sure. How did I collect it? Oh, I did. There you go. You can move and shoot while mounted. The mount will stay where you left it if you dismount. Acquired mounts appear in each slot if you transport menu part. Oh, okay. Oh, well, this is quite nice. Oh, okay. They are not in cats. Gotta be wary of that.
Don't be feary. It probably won't bite. That's a resource totem. A monument left behind by those that picked scrap, trying to keep the area clean.
That is not a good camera angle. Anyway.
Wood scrap. The one kind of scrap you could actually still find growing.
Let's reach this. Let's go visit Gizmo.
It's the Chug Yard.
Which he does what you'll probably guess what he does. Just makes all those cool gadgets. How do I enter though? Am I doing something wrong? I can go up here? There isn't much verticality in the game though. I mean... Hmm. Okay, this is actually kind of weird. Clearly all entrances are closed off. Let's go around. Here we go.
The board mainly has posts from those that used to work at the chug yard back in the days gone. They don't make much sense these days. Not much more to say about the board, but Gizmo is holed up in the underyard here working on that Mekton of his. The Toxanol Corporation used to run chugger-chuggers out of here, big machines on rails with smokestacks that fouled the air. They can carry you anywhere you like. Well, anywhere that they go to, and then you can leg it from there. You're on the right track. Keep your eyes open.
This is a new side quest. I like to believe the narrator is the automaton. But anyway, I believe this is first impressions that I want to show you guys. If I'm gonna give some first impressions
This won't be
scores,
a field trip. It's the real thing.
I could easily say that in terms of visuals, this is easily a 5 out of 5. Like, this is on an OG PS4 and it still looks pretty good. Except for these rock textures a little bit, but everything else looks really amazing. I could not even begin to imagine how this would look on the PS5. In terms of audio, it does have some very cool Japanese influenced soundtracks. The battle music is fine, obviously. Special effects, let's see. I would give the soundtrack a 4 out of 5 because it doesn't really feel too impactful in the combat. You don't really feel the heaviness of your attacks in terms of that. Now in special effects, I mean, like, these attacks look pretty cool. They're awesome. They could be better, but I'm gonna give it a fair 5 out of 5, obviously. And I still feel like the game could need a little bit more polishing, but just because the combat is just not, it doesn't feel as fluid as I would want it to be. It feels slightly clunky.
Park. Young ones love this sort of place.
But in terms of the world building and all that, like, this is really awesome. Like, you can just go around these random places, find loot. I'd say the gameplay is a fair 4 out of 5. For sure. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for joining me. It's a pretty fun game. I'll definitely play more of it. I know Nathan is doing a playthrough, so keep an eye on that.
You don't have it in you right now.
Let me just do
barbecue.
Use boomerang real quick. Oh jeez, these guys are quite tanky.
You're in pain.
Yes, I'm in pain. Hidden slant. Alright, there we go. Alright, and with that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next time. Peace.